What exactly is injury proving, and why should you do it, and why should you do it with kettlebells? Injury proving basically means that you make yourself more resistant against injuries. So you work on strength, you work on stabilization, you work on balance, you work on proprioception, coordination. So for example, if you're doing bottoms up kettlebell work like this, it might look cool, but what are you doing? You are working your grip strength, you are working your wrist strength, you are working on stabilization of the shoulder right here. All that will result in injury proving yourself more. So a stronger wrist will allow you to do things like handstand push-ups. You will have more strength to resist against forces when unexpected forces happen. So you're not going to break your wrist or injure your wrist. You're going to be able to resist that. Of course, flexibility also plays a big part in that. Stabilization, preventing something from falling. All these things attribute to just injury proving yourself. Strength of the back, strength of the muscles that move the spine. So for example, thoracic rotation right here. A lot of people think that's something bad, that you shouldn't work on that. Thoracic hyperextension. A lot of people think that's bad and you shouldn't do those things. You should do all those things, but you should do them progressively. Just like anything else in life, you can't skip progression. You need to do it step by step, which means without weight first. Low volume, not high volume, not long periods of time. And all this stuff just needs to gradually build up. Your load, you build it up with whatever you do. And a lot of people say kettlebells are bad or this is bad, but it all comes down to the user. The user needs to progress. The user needs to invest time into learning about what they're doing. You can't just dabble into something and expect not to get injured. Now, we don't do a lot of things in our life as it is. We sit on our butt all day behind the computer mostly and do nothing. We are made to move. Your wrist is made to move. Your shoulders made to move in all directions. Your spine is made to move in all directions. During the day, none of that happens. So what do we need to do? We need to work out. That's about our only thing that we can do in these days and times, to give the body what it needs. And the body needs it. The mind needs it as well. The mind needs it even more. Guaranteed that you sleep bad if you don't do a lot of exercise, because your body doesn't need it. Your body doesn't need to recover, so you need less sleep, and you sleep a whole lot better if you give your body what it needs. Okay, so then strength. We're lacking strength when we're not moving. I'm not talking about bulging muscles. There's nothing toxic masculinity about biceps and abs and muscles. This is what nature intended for us. This is how we should be. It's what happens when you move things. It's what happens when you keep moving and move as much as you should be moving. It has nothing to do with toxic masculinity. Of course, there are people who inject themselves with stuff and they only care about their looks. But the majority of the people don't care about that. Personally, I care about just moving, being able to tie my own shoelaces when I'm 70, 80 or 90 and never have to rely on anybody. I don't have to go into an old home. I don't have to have somebody to tie my shoelaces. I will be doing everything myself. When I'm 80 or 90, I will be doing still handstands. I'll be doing pistol squats. I'll be doing more than I will be doing now. And that just comes down to whether you keep moving or whether you stop moving. And progressively that lack of movement just builds up into not being able to move. It results in atrophy. Your muscles are going because you're not using them. your movement is going, your range is going. You'll just be walking like this with no movement in the hips, ankles, or the spine. You need to work on all these things, and you need to keep working on it. It needs to be part of your life. Training needs to be part of your life. Injury-proof yourself, work on mobility, work on strength, all that's part of it. Start today. Check it out. Go and look at the pacemaker protocol. Check out Prometheus Phase 2. Both of these are programs and routines that will increase your stamina, the pacemaker will, and strength, Prometheus will. And there are also books and courses and workouts and a lot of other services that you can check out. Go to www.cavemantraining.com/shop and check out some of the things that are on sale there. For $24.95, you could change your life, guaranteed. Now, there's also options where you get to work with me personally. We got a private group of nearly 100 people. It's been going for 4 years. We've got over 180 workouts in there. People post, ask questions. People grow from knowing absolutely nothing to being really, really pro with their movements. And they've got mobility, movement, strength, and they know how to work with those kettlebells. They look like a pro. Anybody can do it as long as you invest the time. Don't join and expect to just have it come to you. It doesn't work like that. You need to invest in it. So yes, you can keep plugging along with simple workouts and just, yeah, you're moving, and that's fine. It depends on what you want out of life, whether you want a six-pack, whether you want guns, whether you want nice traps, whether you want big legs, whether you want to be able to move fast, whether you want to be mobile, etc. Make a choice, stick to it, invest, and commit.
To learn more about kettlebells, go to cavemantraining.com/shop.